What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Elijah Talks Ball. Hope you enjoyed Monday Night Football. I did, of course. Who can complain when you get the top team in the NFL in the Kansas City Chiefs going against a solid team in the New Orleans Saints, and it's competitive for most of the game? Happy camper here. Girlfriend, she's a Chiefs fan. She's flying high right now. So we're going to dive into the game. Obviously, just some things that stood out and some takeaways we've got. Before we do, like and subscribe, comment down below. Let's have a convo. And I hope you enjoy listening to this as much as I enjoyed speaking it to you. So without further ado, Kansas City Chiefs moved to 5-0 on the season. And I got to say, this was probably the best the Chiefs' offense has looked so far this year. Ironically, after losing Rashee Rice last week. Travis Kelce, he's come alive. And I'll tell you what, we've all been there. You get a girlfriend, you've been working out real hard, you've been putting in hours at work, just racking up dough. Susan comes along, and you start to slack off. You start to get a little bit complacent. You get a little comfortable. You've been on a diet. Maybe you start eating cookies before bed. You get a little belly. You're enjoying yourself. You're not on the market anymore. You ain't got to try so hard. Seems like this is what happened with Travis Kelce this offseason. He's already a Hall of Famer. He's already got 3 rings. Now he's got the babe. Maybe it took a couple weeks for him to get in shape a little bit. Said, all right, let me knock the rust off. Because he looked really good the past 2 weeks. And the offense is finally running through him again. And it's opening up the run game. Kareem Hunt clearly looks like he's going to be pretty damn good. He was excited to get his second chance. You know, they loved him in Kansas City when they drafted him. And he was a stud. But he had to correct some things in his personal life. He told Andy Reid after they signed him the other day that he would not regret this choice. And so far, they have not. I got to pick him up in fantasy. That's going to be happening tomorrow. The defense is lights out. And this team, as much as we remember it for being just an offensive nightmare for every other team, you're defensive led. And you got to be proud of that. Because Patrick Mahomes, if the game is close, he's going to win it. And it happened tonight. And it happened every week. He just figures out ways to win. And he hasn't looked as good really over the past year and a half. But you guys have won 2 Super Bowls and you're 5-0 now. And that's just because your defense keeps you in all these games. And when it's a 1-possession game, and you got the ball, and your quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, you're going to win that game. 9 times out of 10. So, you got to be feeling good. Tonight, I think you put a little bit of the haters to sleep. The first 4 weeks, it definitely felt like you skated by the skin of your teeth. You didn't play better than those teams, but you got the win. Tonight, from start to finish, you played better than the Saints. And you should. But you feel good about this win. This is kind of a win that lets you exhale a little bit. All right, this team isn't super flawed. Obviously, there's some issues, but we're not fake. If you're a Saints fan, you were at the mountaintop after week 2. You're putting up franchise records for points. Your defense flying around. It's like, holy shit, Derek Carr looking like the best QB in the league. Then you drop 3 in a row. And really, your offense is nowhere to be found. Your run game is non-existent. Derek Carr just incredibly inconsistent with his throws deep over the field. And the defense looking a little old. So, at this point, with the emergence of the Falcons and the Bucks, they look like they're here to stay. you wonder if third place is your ceiling this year. Because I got news for you. The Falcons are legit. And I was low on them coming in. Didn't feel like Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris knew what the hell they were doing in the offseason. But clearly, it just took a week or two because Kirk Cousins, I mean, he's picking up where he left off when he was playing MVP football last season. That's reignited. They probably have the best offense in the NFC, them and the Lions. And the defense, you guys got they got the best safety tandem. So now you got to compete with them. The Bucs, they're good. No questions asked. At this point, you're 2-3. You're fighting uphill. What is there really when you break down this team to like? Derek Carr, he's good, but I mean, is he a top 15 quarterback? It's debatable. Alvin Kamara, he's obviously a good player, but if your offensive line can't block, how much can you do? You got a couple good receivers. Rashid Shaheed has really come into his own after being a Pro Bowl returner last year. Has really started to show that he's a legit number 2. So you like that. Defense, you like Tyrann Mathieu. The problem is, everywhere you look on this team, you're old. Derek Carr's old. Alvin Kamara for running backs, kind of old. Your offensive line, old. Cam Jordan, old. Mario Davis, old. Tyrann Mathieu, old. You need a youth injection, and you got some players here or there, but when you're going up against the teams that are just clearly more talented you in your own division, it's going to be tough. You don't have much room for error, and you started off hot, and maybe it was lipstick on a pig because y'all are oinking a little bit right now, and nobody expected you to really beat the Chiefs. And you guys were competitive. I got to give you that. It's not like you guys folded and got your shit kicked in. But this is 3 weeks in a row now that you've lost games that you're kind of in. And as we just mentioned, you don't have a lot of room for error, especially in your own division. And the Falcons are catching steam. Like I said, the Bucs, they're legit. You got to just figure out a way to get these wins. The great teams figure it out. The Ravens figured it out. The Chiefs figured it out. The Vikings figure it out. You guys, you're not figuring it out. You choked the game against the Eagles. You choked the game against the Falcons. And you were in this game and you had opportunities. You had the Chiefs at times. You just couldn't get it done. So, Saints, I might be selling low on you right now. You know, I was not super high coming into the season. Looked like I was proven wrong. Scott Kubiak looked like the next Bobby Slowick, Mike McDaniel. Everything's come back to earth a little bit. So you just got to pick up the pieces. If you win next week, guess what? You're 3-3. Maybe the Falcons and Bucs lose. Now you're all tied. Clean slate. So it's not like your season's over. But for now, I'm out on you guys. And Chiefs, like I've been all year, I'm still in on you guys. You guys are probably going to win the damn Super Bowl. There's just too much to like. And I got to say, I can't stop fantasizing over Amari Cooper to the Kansas City Chiefs. Kareem Hunt, Carson Steele, you're going to get Pacheco back. Travis Kelce looks great. You extended Noah Gray, who seems to be Kelsey's predecessor and looks very good at times. Well, now you got Juju Smith-Schuster, who seems to have swam in the fountain of youth, going for over 100 yards tonight, where, a.k.a. I'm a Pats fan, a.k.a. he looked like dog shit last year and this summer. He looks good. Xavier Worthy is just a bundle of TNT, explosive as hell. You got to feel good. You can get Amari Cooper in? Fuck. Watch out. Well, we're going to keep it short tonight, guys. Check out my NFL Week 5 review. Everything I liked and disliked about the week 5 of the NFL season. We're going to be doing What's News Wednesday, so tune into that. I would tell you the topics, but I think I'm going to make you watch the video to figure it out. Enjoy the baseball. Padres and Dodgers tomorrow night, Mets and Phillies. All series tied at 1-1 right now. Pretty sweet. Another action-packed weekend in the NFL. There's only a few that have separated. Everybody else, kind of a mosh pit. So I think we're going to start to see over these next couple weeks, and you saw it this week a little bit, the better teams are going to pull away a little bit. The early season, it's like, how many times did we see Usain Bolt in the sprinting races? Everybody starts off, they're all neck and neck for the first 30 meters. And then the elite guys start to pull away. We're going to start seeing that here in the NFL. So, enjoy your week, guys. Enjoy the video. Hope you did. Tune in Wednesday and go Pats. Peace out.